With just less than 12 hours to go for the union budget, what are the expectations from this budget that you think will meet the common people? Of course, we'll get to know that tomorrow. But where do you think this budget will fit into the big scheme of things? And many congratulations that you are part of this budget as a medical doctor as India looks at health reforms.
Honorable Finance Minister Madam has tabled an economic survey. And if you see the economic survey, the economy in India is increasing. It is coming to the normal from the COVID disaster. And as compared to the other countries, particularly neighbor countries, we are doing very, very well. And that is only because of under the guidance of the Honorable PM Manya Modi ji and the action taken by the Finance Minister.
Right.
So this country, if you see, which was on the 10th number in 2040 as an economy, now we have gone up to 5th number.
Right.
So this is going on continuously. So our economy is growing, and naturally the budget tomorrow will come in. It will be a good budget, that's what I can say.
You also got wide acclaim in the last 2 years when you saved the life of a person aboard an Indigo flight and then also of a video journalist. How does that actually help you become a fine human being and also an important member of the Modi cabinet?
I am basically a doctor, that too surgeon. So naturally, it is my duty to save the life. So this I know, although I am in the Honorable PM Modi ji's cabinet, but if somebody is lying and somebody needs some medical help, then it is my moral responsibility to save the life. So there are number of incidences, such as one Indigo flight. I remember I have saved one life. One in my town itself, there was an accident in rickshaw driver and something. Two small children were lying on the road, and one child was actually bleeding. So I immediately came down from my car. I have taken him. I saw he was all right, but there was a bleeding. So I removed my handkerchief, and just I pressed and I stopped the bleeding. Similarly, there was an interview regarding completion of the 8 years of the Honorable Modi ji's government. So there was a cameraman fell down. So I have saved his life. So this is basically being a doctor and being a human being. It is my duty to save the life, and I am doing that.
That economic survey sort of revealed and disclosed the facts that India's GDP is hovering somewhere around 6 to 6.5. It may fall short of 7.5, the expected target. But how satisfied do you feel from the GDP expectations?
If we see the post-COVID era, our GDP is continuously increasing. This economic survey, if you see, last 2 years it is increasing, and in this coming year, it is little bit less. It is shown in the survey, but that may be number one because of the Russia and Ukraine war. That may be, but I am sure that with the different facilities given by our government, is definitely will help to increase the GDP. And if you compare with the other countries, particularly neighbor countries, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh,
right,
we are doing very well, and our export, everything is increasing in all sectors. We are doing well. So I think it is because of only and only the steps taken by our government under the guidance of the Honorable PM Modi ji.
Do you really think that when the concerns are raised regarding either price rise or inflation, are they a challenge for your government at the moment?
You are talking about the inflation. The inflation is very much controlled by our government. And the last month, the figure which has come is 5.7. And it is only because of our steps. Our government has taken different steps. Particularly, RBI is taking close watch on the inflation. So we are very much controlled. And it is only 5.7 inflation. That is under control. I think in future also, with all the steps, with all the reforms that we are doing, I want to in thousands of reforms we are doing, and that is helping to the people. So this is all because of the government's action during the last 2 to 3 years, and I am sure that our Indian economy will be one of the biggest economy in coming days.
Minister Nirmala Sitharaman would likely take a digital iPad or a digital tablet covered in a red. Is it something that's going to happen for the third time now?
See, after COVID, means last year, and that budget is not printed, but it is presented digitally. So naturally, tomorrow our finance minister will have this budget in the iPad only itself, with Government of India's emblem on in front, and she will present with this digitally only. So that is a good thing we are doing, I think, because digitalization is very important nowadays. Even in our department, digital transactions, we are on for the digital transactions we are trying, and we are getting success also. So tomorrow's budget is presented digitally.
You are one of the rare ministers who actually go for a long walk in the morning, who also has a healthy breakfast early morning. I believe that you are one of the rare ministers who prefer to have boiled vegetables. What is it that we should know more from you and understand from this practice that you have?
Basically, I am a doctor, and I know how to take care of our health. And because of my such habits, just to control the diet, to have a proper diet, to have a diet at proper time, and to have some physical activity in the morning hours. So it's my habit. Wherever I go for the morning walk, and I do some yogas also. So because of this, I am quite healthy. I am always enthusiastic and always interested to work, and naturally that helps. If your health is good, then only you can do anything.
So what is the budget allocation to your food in the morning, afternoon, or dinner? You generally prefer to have what?
I am a very simple man. I am only vegetarian, and I am very much fond of the vegetables only. So naturally, the budget required is very, very less.
So that was Dr. Karad speaking to us ahead of the budget. Of course, he remains very evasive on what the budget is going to look like because of the confidentiality around it. But he is assured that India's economy is right on its path with inflation under control.